Hello and welcome to the sixth and last lecture of life processes in living organisms part 1. In the last lecture, we studied about mitosis in detail. In this lecture, we are going to study meiosis in detail. Let us see the second type of cell division, that is meiosis. We know that this meiosis, it is a reductional cell division. Means the number of chromosome that reduce to half in this meiosis. This meiosis, it completes through two stages. Number 1, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. These are the two stages of meiosis. This meiosis 1, it completes into 4 stages. In that, again, prophase 1, second one, that is metaphase 1, third one, that is anaphase 1, and fourth one, that is telophase 1. These are the 4 stages of meiosis. In the meiosis, this prophase 1, it is a late or a delayed process. Means this prophase 1, it again shows 5 different stages. How these stages are shown? See in the textbook. See, this is a diagram given in the textbook. It is a meiosis 1. In the meiosis 1, see, this is a prophase 1, and this prophase 1, it completes into these 5 phases. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. These are the 5 different stages of the prophase 1 of meiosis 1. This is a metaphase 1, this is anaphase 1, and this is telophase 1. In the meiosis 1, the recombination, that is crossing over between the homologous chromosome, takes place. This is a main and peculiar character of the meiosis 1. The crossing over between homologous chromosomes means, homos means same, similar chromosomes. And what is crossing over? We see in this anaphase 1. First of all, we will discuss about these 5 stages of prophase 1. This is the first phase of prophase 1. It is called leptotene. In this phase, the chromosome, it starts to condense and it becomes thick. So, see here, the thread-like chromosome, it starts to condense and it becomes thick in the first phase of prophase 1 or first stage of prophase 1. It is called leptotene. Then, it is a second phase of prophase 1. It is a zygotene. In the zygotene, the homologous chromosome, it starts pairing. And this pairing, it is called synapsis. See, in this case, these 2 chromosomes, these are homologous one, these are homologous one, they start to form the pairs. So, the pairing of homologous chromosome, it is called synapsis. And the structure, it is called synaptonemal complex. In the zygotene, what happened? The pairing between the homologous chromosome takes place, that is called synapsis, and it takes place in the second phase, it is called zygotene. Then third phase, it is a pachytene. P-A-C-H-Y-T-E-N-E. I will write down the names after that. See, this is a third phase, that is pachytene. In the pachytene, the crossing over of non-sister chromatids of homologous chromosome takes place. Genetic recombination produced due to such exchange. The homologous chromosome, it remains paired together at the site of crossing over. See, in this case, what happened? This is called the crossing over. In the pachytene, the non-sister chromatids of homologous chromosome. These are the homologous chromosome. Here, the genetic recombination produced because of the exchange of, or there is, you can say that there is exchange of genetic material. You see in this case what happened, this is a different chromosome, it is a red one, it is blue one, and what is shown here, see, you see that this overlapping is there, the blue and red one, and here is a overlapping. It is called crossing over. Crossing over of homologous chromosomes takes place, and so that the genetic material that get exchanged from this one to this one. So this is a main step. It is a patchitine. Then, but during the exchange of genetic material, these homologous chromosomes, they remains paired with each other. Their pairing will not break. Then after that, the fourth step, that is a diplotin. This is a diplotin. During diplotin, what happened? The structure of chromosome, it look like X shape. See, this is the structure of chromosome. It look like the X-shaped structure. It is called chiasmata, because in this, the homologous chromosomes that separate except at the point of crossing over. These homologous chromosomes, they separate from each other only this point where the crossing over takes place, it remains attached, and other one that gets separate. So it look like the X shape, and this is called the chiasmata. This is a fourth step, that is diplotin. Then it is a fifth step of prophase 1. It is called dikinesis. It is the last phase of prophase 1, and it is also called the termination of chiasmata. This chiasmata, it is here, it terminate in this step. Terminate means ends. The spindle fiber that originate and cross over homologous chromosomes, they separate. See, in this case, these crossing over in between the homologous chromosome takes place. These chromosomes separate from each other, and these fibers, these are called the spindle fibers. Spindle fiber production takes place in the dikinesis. Then again, the nucleolus disappear and nuclear envelope also breaks down. The same thing in the mitosis one. This nuclear membrane, it is a nucleus. This nuclear membrane, it completely disappear in this case, and these chromosomes, they enter into the cytoplasm, and in the cytoplasm we see this spindle fiber production. Means this is a flexible protein. This fiber produced in between them, and they binds these chromosomes. It is the last one, that is dikinesis. It is the fifth step of prophase 1. Here prophase 1 of meiosis 1 ends. Then this is a second step of meiosis 1, that is metaphase 1. See, this is second step of meiosis 1. It is a metaphase 1. In this case, again you see the chromosomes arranged at equatorial plane. Same as in the mitosis. The chromosome arranged at equatorial plane. Spindle fibers, these are present in between the centriole as well as in the centromere. Then third phase of meiosis 1, it is anaphase 1. In the anaphase 1, what happened? See here, these chromosomes, they pulled towards the opposite pole. These chromosomes, because of this spindle fiber, they pulled towards the opposite pole, so it looked like the bunch of banana. It is a fourth phase of prophase 1. It is a telophase 1. This is a reverse prophase. See what happened in this case. We see two sets of chromosomes are there, means two nucleus are there. These spindle fibers completely disappears. Nuclear membrane produced around these chromosomes. So, and this is a karyokinesis, and after that the cytokinesis is also completes, and we get two different cell with two different nucleus. Here the end of meiosis 1. What happened? Once again, see, at the end of prophase 1, this is a single cell. After all the 5 stages of prophase 1, then this is a metaphase 1. Here also chromosome arranged equatorial plane, single cell is there. After that, this is anaphase. This chromosome, they move to the opposite pole. Then after that, telophase means from this one cell, we get two cells with two different nucleus. So, in this case, the crossing over takes place and set of chromosome divides half. Initially, this cell, it is of 2n set of chromosome. It is a diploid cell. From that, we get two haploid cells having nn set of chromosome. This is the reductional division. And this reductional division, it takes place in the gamete formation, during the gamete formation. It is a very, very necessary. Here ends the meiosis 1. After that, let us move to the meiosis 2. This meiosis 2, it also completes into 4 phases. This is prophase 2, first one. Then second one, metaphase 2. Third one, anaphase 2. And fourth one, it is telophase 2. So, these are the 4 different stages of meiosis 2. Don't get confused. Once again I repeat, see this meiosis, it completes into 2 stages, meiosis 1, meiosis 2. This meiosis 1, it is a delay process in this. This meiosis 1, it completes into 4 stages, prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1. And this prophase 1, again, it has 5 stages. This prophase 1, it completes into 5 different stages. It is a delay process. And these 5 different phases, we see earlier, first one, the first one is, it is leptotene. The second one, it is zygotine. The third one, it is pachytene. The third one, it is pachytene. The fourth one, it is diplotene, DIPLO, TENE, and fifth one, it is dikinesis. We studied all these 5 phases of prophase 1 in detail. These are 5 phases of prophase 1. So, this prophase, it is a delay stage. It shows these 5 different phases, and we studied earlier leptotene, zygotine, pachytene, diplotene, and dikinesis. Let us see the meiosis 2. In the meiosis 2 again, there are, let us see meiosis 2. In the meiosis 2 again 4 phases, prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2, and telophase 2. Don't get confused. Then see the diagram that is given in your textbook, meiosis part 2. Let us see. This is the diagram of meiosis part 2. It is given in your textbook. In the meiosis part 1, we get 2 different cells, 2 cells of having haploid set of chromosome. That 2 cells which are formed at the end of meiosis 1, that 2 cells that undergoes meiosis 2. So these are the 2 different stages of, these are the 2 different cells. Again, in the prophase 2, the cells that we observe here, these cells in the metaphase 2, these chromosomes, they arrange at equatorial plane. So these are the chromosome of this cell. They arrange at equatorial plane. These are the chromosomes of these cells. They arrange at equatorial plane in metaphase 2. Then in anaphase 2, again, here is the spindle fiber production is there. The nuclear membrane which is present in the prophase 2, that is completely disappears here, and spindle fiber production is there in between the centromere and centriole. So this spindle fiber production is there, and these chromosomes arranged at equatorial plane. These cells, these chromosomes of this cell, they are arranged at equatorial plane. Then after that, anaphase 2. What happened in the anaphase? Suppose this is the cell of this one and this is the cell of this one. Just like this, it is the anaphase. What happened in the anaphase? We know that these fibers, they pull this chromosome towards the centriole. These chromosomes along with the sister chromatid, they pull towards the centriole. So it look like the bunch of banana. When they reaches here, it look like the bunch of banana. This is the anaphase 2 of this cell and this is anaphase 2 of this cell. So don't get confused here. It is just like the mitosis. All the characters that we learn in the mitosis, the same thing is here. And this is the last phase, that is telophase 2. What happened in this case? Suppose this is the cell, this one, and this is this one. What happened in this case? These two sets of chromosome, when they reach at the opposite pole, again nuclear membrane develop around them. Here karyokinesis complete, cytokinesis complete, we get two different cells from this cell. In this case also, the spindle fiber disappears, this set of chromosomes, around them the nuclear membrane produced. So from this cell we get these two different cells having two different nucleus. These two cells formed after the cytokinesis. Initially karyokinesis is there, nucleus separates, then cytoplasm divides, we get two different cells. This telophase 2. So at the end of telophase 2, we get 4 cells having the chromosome number n, that is haploid set of chromosome. In the meiosis part 1, what we take? We take only one cell having diploid set of chromosome. At the end of meiosis 1, we get 2 cells having haploid sets of chromosome. And these 2 cells, they enter into the meiosis 2. And from that 2 cells, we get 4 cells at the end of meiosis 2. Means finally, from one cell, the one cell having 2n set of chromosome, after the end of meiosis 1, we get 2 different cells with haploid set of chromosome. Then these 2 cells, after the meiosis 2, we get 4 cells having haploid sets of chromosome. This is meiosis 1 and this is meiosis 2. This is just like it is multiple division. From one cell we get 2 cells, from this one cell we get 2 cells. So totally 4 cells we get at the end of this. And this is reductional division. From one cell having diploid set of chromosome, we get 2 cells having haploid sets of chromosome. So this is very important, and this step in the meiosis 1, recombination takes place, means crossing over of homologous chromosomes. So the characters, they get recombines and there is a reductional division. We get the haploid sets of chromosome. This meiosis, it is a very, very essential for the gamete formation. Again, it is essential for spore formation too. So this uses of meiosis, because of meiosis, it is used in the spore formation and it is also useful in the gamete formation. For the sexual reproduction, we need the haploid sets of chromosomes, or we need the haploid gametes, and these gametes are produced only because of meiosis. So sexual reproduction, it takes place only because of this meiosis. Thank you. To clear the concept of meiosis, must watch the video that is given in the description box. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe it and press the bell icon to get the notifications of next video. Thank you.